rice. Rest, ice, compression, elevation. Nothing changed. That's the thing, you talk to people about it all the time. You say, oh, I've got this, oh, I've got that, and everybody has got their thing to tell you to do. The thing is, what I realise is that I am a real victim around being grown up about it, basically. I just become like a big victim all but I was told about this chiropractor in Ashton. It cost me, I think, 65 quid to have my first consultation. Put some computer thing on my back to see how the electricity was in my spine or something, and then she said, oh well, you need at least 20 sessions. So okay, where do I sign? And it's 20 odd quid a session, and she just hardly touches my back, does some sort of clicker thing, click 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 on it for about 10 minutes tops. I'm sure that was all it was, and then my back started killing me. The next thing after that I've tried, I think, was an osteopath. So he tells me, oh, did you read your letter that I sent to you? Which I hadn't. And he said, oh, well, did you, I told you to bring some shorts and a t-shirt because I will need you to get undressed. So he said, would you be comfortable to undress to your bra and pants? So I did. And he is staring at me like this. I have a very nice pair of knickers on. I wish I'd known. Thank God I had a new bra on. That was £45. In the meantime, I had an MRI scan, which said there was absolutely nothing wrong. I went to, oh, that was another thing. I went to see a physiotherapist in Oldham on the National Health. He gave me some strengthening exercises to do, which absolutely bloody killed me. It made it even worse. So I stopped that. The doctor, and he sent me to a podiatrist. She said, the problem is you're flat-footed. I don't think my feet are flat. I mean, maybe they are a little bit flat, but they're not really flat. I mean, I do have an arch. Anyway, she said the problem is your feet are flat, and that's causing the pain. You need to get orthotics in your shoes. I saw this guy on YouTube called the Sock Doc. He was like, don't wear orthotics, don't ice, go barefoot. Posterior tibia tendon dysfunction. And you have to wear orthotics. He explained to me the reason you wear the orthotics is it takes the pressure off the tendon as it's healing. I thought, oh. And I thought, I don't remember the last person saying posterior tibia tendon dysfunction. The next day I thought, oh, I'll go shopping into Manchester. So I went into Manchester, and that has been a nightmare. Every time I go shopping into Manchester, which isn't a lot, it kills my ankle, and it's killing me after. And I can feel it as I'm walking around, just getting more and more painful. Of course, I just ignore it and carry on because I want to live a normal life. You know, and living out in the desert for 11 years, I didn't go shopping very often because they didn't have them. Shops. Or they only had a few, and most of them sold cowboy hats, cowboy boots, and turquoise. So, it's been nice to go shopping into Manchester. As you may have noticed behind me now, I have an array of skincare items because since I haven't been able to walk or get out much, I've been watching a lot of beauty stuff on YouTube, and here we are. In fact, a little side note, I went round to a friend's this morning, this guy called Dennis who lives around here, nice guy, for a little tarot reading because he does tarot readings. And I wanted to know about my ankle, so I desperately asked him, would he do this tarot reading to tell me some help on this ankle. His wife told me that his daughter, her granddaughter's for a beauty magazine and sends her all the creams and stuff for free. So darling Dennis said, give her some, because he said she doesn't use any of it. She brings a bag full of creams in and gives me. Now this is one of the perks. These are the perks of having a bad ankle and going for tarot card readings out of pure desperation. Gives me a serum, anti-wrinkle serum, so at least if I can't walk, at least I'll have no wrinkles. another serum, and this thing which is supposed to help you look fabulous. Anyway, physiotherapist who lives in Greenfield. I called him, of course. He said, soak your ankle in cold water. So I thought, okay, all right, I'll try it. So I came home on Thursday after Nia, got a bucket of ice water and kept my foot in it for 20 minutes. I was screaming because it was so cold, and I was screaming that much. Ron! I said, Ron, for God's sake, help me do something. And I was watching on TV at the time was through, what's it called, that thing with Frank Skinner, TV show, Room 101. And it was the guy from Happy Mondays, who I really like. What's his name? Anyway, he was sitting there on that, and we had subtitles on, so I was just reading out the subtitles. Oh my God, I can't stand football fans, he was saying. All these guys, and I'm just reading it out, trying to keep my mind off it. Oh God, it was awful. And anyway, I got used to it. Anyway, and it could, you know, it wasn't as cold, and I stuck it out for 20 minutes. The guy called me this morning, he called me back. Nick, he's called, and he said, I told him that I'd done that. And he said, oh no, you shouldn't have done that. Oh no, that's not what I meant. I meant just put a little bit of cold water on for like 30 seconds and then put a heat pad on. So I did it twice. I thought, after that, I thought, oh no, I'm not doing that anymore. And I think I made it worse. Anyway, so speaking of freebies, he called me back this morning and he said, the way I did that with my glasses, then I felt like Ronnie Corbett. And he said, I'll tell you what, he said, I'll call round and I'll do you a quick... I said, oh, how much do you charge? He said, oh no, I won't charge you anything. I'll just come around. It'll be a 5-minute thing. I'm popping by and I'll come in and I'll give you a free... No, you know, I'll just give you I'll tell you what I think. So it's been a bit of a freebie day today. I looked this up online. Do you know how much it's worth? 98 quid. 98 quid for this. Oh.